And we are live. Good afternoon, parents, family members, and supporters of future CMU Chippewas, and welcome to Central Michigan University's virtual Fire Up Friday. Here at CMU, we like to recognize the diverse nature of our supporters, our family members, and parents. And so throughout this presentation, you'll hear these terms used synonymously. My name is Kayla Harbor Bates, and I am the Assistant Director of Undergraduate Admissions at Central Michigan University. Not only do I have the pleasure of working for this fine institution, but I am also a very proud and very fired up two-time graduate of CMU. The Office of Undergraduate Admissions would like to thank you all for tuning in, where we will take the time out to talk today about study abroad and the Mary Ellen Brandell Volunteer Center. During this live stream, feel free to post any questions that you may have in the comment section below. I will have my fellow admission colleagues, Jill Irving, Katherine Randenberger, and Amy Howenstein, who will be there to provide answers for you throughout the entire session. Additionally, we will have a Q&A session for both portions. Our goal is to get all of your questions answered and, of course, to get you fired up, bringing CMU into your home virtually. So let's begin with introductions. Please say hello to the director of the Mary Ellen Brandell Volunteer Center, Erica Johnson. And
Hey.
also, welcome Stephanie Hodges, who is the marketing and outreach coordinator from Study Abroad. Stephanie, I'm looking forward to the info you're about to share. Feel free to take the lead.
Awesome. Sounds great, Kayla. Thank you so much. I am going to take a second to bring up a little presentation here. All right, so like Kayla, I am also a two-time CMU alum, and I have had the opportunity to study abroad twice during my undergraduate career with CMU. I participated in a short program to France and a semester in Ireland. So as I go through this, if you have questions about my experience at the end, I'm happy to chat about it. But let's go ahead and get started. So CMU offers more than 150 programs in about 50 different countries. We have a few different types of programs, which I'll dive into in a second, but some quick facts here about study abroad. When students study abroad, they're earning credit towards their degree. So they're taking classes and earning credit that comes back to CMU and counts towards graduation. So it will keep students on track to graduate. Studying abroad is also a great way to set yourself apart. As of right now, only about 1 in every 10 undergraduate students in the US have a study abroad experience. So this is just a great way to set yourself apart from competition when you're job hunting or going to grad school interviews and stuff like that. Additionally, studying abroad is a fantastic way to expand your worldview. It's a global society that we're in, and employers are looking for recent grads that have these intercultural skills and the ability to work with diverse groups. Also, studying abroad is the best way to learn a foreign language. Students don't have to study a language when they go abroad, but if they're interested in pursuing a foreign language, studying abroad is a great way to do this. And some more facts here. We offer programs that range from 1 week all the way up to a full academic year and everything in between. So there's a way to fit it into your student schedule. We also have 3 different types of programs to choose from. We have what we call faculty-led, direct enroll, and internships. So faculty-led programs tend to be shorter. These are typically 1 week up to 3 or 4 weeks, either over spring break or over the summer. These programs tend to be much more structured, and they're with a group of CMU students and a CMU professor. This was the first type of program that I participated in my first year at CMU, because I had never traveled by myself before. I'd only ever been to Canada, so I felt more comfortable participating in a faculty-led program first. Our second type of program is what we call direct enroll, and this is when students are enrolling directly in one of our partner institutions abroad. So this could be for the summer, for a semester, or for an academic year, which is 2 semesters. So in a direct enroll program, students are sitting in the classroom, much like they would at CMU, just at one of our partner universities. So the second program I did was in Ireland, and I was studying at the University of Limerick for a semester. So I was enrolled in those courses, taking 15 credits and going to class there. Our third type of program is internships, which are actually becoming pretty popular. So students have the opportunity to gain that professional experience abroad. also still for credit. And to adapt to the changing times right now, we're offering virtual international internships where students can work with a global company remotely. Lastly, no matter what program a student chooses, the courses are going to be taught in English. So if they want to spend a summer or a semester in Italy, they don't have to be fluent in Italian. And also they can take a variety of different courses when they study abroad. So students can fulfill major or minor courses, but they can also fulfill what we call university program requirements or electives, which adds a lot of flexibility. So students can really build a schedule based off of a few different things. Studying abroad also automatically fulfills one of the UP courses that students need to graduate, which is fantastic. So they can kind of double count something there. So yeah, a few different options students have for courses to take. And we have study abroad advisors in our office who help students every step of the way. So a student would meet with an advisor. They would help them choose a program, figure out what courses they're going to take, help them facilitate, what housing they're going to have, and there to help before they go and while they're gone. And of course, we have to talk about funding. This was one of the things that I was really worried about when I went to study abroad. And it's actually not that expensive. It doesn't have to be that expensive. We actually offer quite a few low cost options, and which is what I ended up doing because cost was important to me. And we consider low cost options to be at or below the cost of a semester at CMU. So studying abroad doesn't necessarily have to be more expensive than attending CMU. So in addition to these low-cost programs, students also continue to receive any financial aid that they currently receive, so grants, loans, scholarships. And on top of that, they're eligible for so many additional scholarship opportunities. Our office has a scholarship. More than 80% of students who apply receive an award. Colleges around campus have scholarships allocated for students to go abroad, and of course, national scholarships as well. The first time that students can study abroad is summer after their first year at CMU. So next summer, this could be you abroad. And if you would like to see some more photos of students, hear some stories, check us out on Instagram. It is at studyabroadcmu. And our website is down there at the bottom, studyabroad.cmh.edu, where you can find more information and you can schedule an appointment there, a phone or WebEx appointment with an advisor to chat. And that is all I have.
Wow, thank you so much, Stephanie. That was amazing information about studying abroad at CMU. Fun fact, I had the chance to study abroad too. I did a faculty-led program as well, and I went to Costa Rica, and I must say it was the best experience ever. Like,
Oh my gosh,
definitely
that
recommend.
sounds incredible.
Yes, I definitely recommend it. And I love to hear that you study abroad as well. Now, I want to go back to something that you said. You said that 80% of students receive scholarships to study abroad.
Yes, through our office. So we have a OGE study abroad scholarship. Students are automatically enrolled in that application when they're enrolled in the study abroad program application. Yeah, and our latest statistic from this last year is 80% of those students who applied received some kind of award, which is
That
fantastic.
that is absolutely fantastic because I know that a common concern is the cost of studying abroad. So to
Mhm.
hear that, that's awesome. So parents, again, start putting your questions in the chat box below. We do have a current question coming in for you, Stephanie. The question asks, do I need to be fluent in a foreign language to study abroad?
That is a fantastic question. No, you do not need to be fluent in a foreign language to study abroad. You actually don't have to know another language if you're going to a non-English speaking country. Let's say a student wants to go to Spain for the semester or the Czech Republic. They don't have to be fluent in Spanish or Czech to go there. The courses will be taught in English, and the students and instructors at the university will know English. So sometimes we do recommend that students take like an entry level, Italian 101 class so they can order at restaurants and stuff like that. But you don't have to be fluent to study abroad. But as I mentioned, it is a great way to learn a foreign language if students are interested in pursuing a language program abroad.
Absolutely. I will agree with that. Again, in Costa Rica, I never took a day of Spanish in my life, but Google Translate was my best friend. All right. The next question that we are getting is from Cheryl, who asked, are the scholarships need based?
That's a great question. We account for a few things in the scholarships. I can at least speak to our office scholarship. It has an essay portion, like a GPA portion, and a need-based portion. So absolutely, it's kind of a combination of things, but it depends on where the scholarship is coming from. Like I said, I can only speak to our office scholarship.
Perfect. Now, Stephanie, tell me, what are some of the popular places that students like to study abroad?
Yeah, definitely. So definitely Europe for CMU students. Our top 3 destinations last year were Italy, Ireland, and Denmark.
Okay.
But we have some other areas that have been growing in popularity recently. A lot of students have been able to complete internships in South Africa, and
Mm.
that one is now on my bucket list because I get to look at all the pictures.
I'm
Um,
coming too.
right, right, and some programs in Asia. We have a program in Thailand that is very affordable. So students have been choosing to go to more non-traditional destinations like that, and they send in some pretty cool pictures with elephants at those sanctuaries, and I don't blame them for wanting to go there.
Absolutely. I'm telling you, next time you need someone, give me a call. I'll go. All right. And then our last question that we have coming in is what types of courses can I take abroad?
Yeah, that's a fantastic question. So it really depends on the program and what the student wants to do. So sometimes we have students that come in and they say, I really want to take biology 280 abroad. Where can I take that? So that might kind of narrow down where they go. And then there's the student that says, I want to go to Ireland and I'll take whatever I can take in Ireland. That was me.
Mhm.
So it depends. They can take classes for their major, they can take classes for their minor, or they could just fulfill UP requirements or electives. So lots of different options.
I love it. So many options available. All right. Thank you so much, Stephanie. Again, any additional questions, feel free to continue to put them in the comment section below. We're going to keep going along, and we are going to welcome our director of the Mary Ellen Brandell Volunteer Center, Erica Johnson. Hi, Erica.
Hi, it's so great to be with you today. I'm excited to chat with you about the volunteer opportunities we have on campus. So let me get my presentation ready too. Awesome. Well, my name is Erica Johnson, as you mentioned, and I'm the director of the Volunteer Center, and I am sadly not yet a CMU alum. Soon, though, I'm working on my PhD. I think I have 2 classes left yet, so we're getting there. I'm excited to say one day that I am a fired up alum. So a little bit about our office. We provide lots of different volunteer opportunities, and our mission in our office is to provide service opportunities that students can develop into educated, caring citizens by participating in. And that's exciting because then we have students who go across the world after they graduate and make the world a better place, doing all sorts of amazing things, working in nonprofits and making differences in socially responsible organizations. It's an awesome way to learn a lot about what you'll be doing afterwards in your career. And we do that by providing hundreds of different volunteer opportunities throughout the year that students can get involved in. And we are located in the lower level of the Bovee University Center in room 106. So we hope you get to visit us sometime in the next academic year. And if you would love to connect with us and learn a little bit more about our programs and see kind of what else we have going on, you can learn about us on social media channels, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at CMU Volunteers. So just wanted to give you a quick overview of our programs. We have several different programs in our office that range from long-term opportunities, and those include the Alternative Breaks program, America Counts and Reads, the Lunch Buddies program, and Adopt a Grandparent programs. And then we also have short-term opportunities to volunteer, including the Safer Sex program and our CMU Student Food Pantry. And you can get all sorts of different information and details about each of those programs when you look at our website, volunteer.cmish.edu. Just wanted to share a little bit about our student food pantry. It's a great resource to students on campus and also a great place to volunteer. We know that up to 30% of our students at CMU experience food insecurity at one time or another during their time in college, and we want to be there to support our students. So we're open 3 days a week, and students can come in and it's a quick registration process, and you can sign up to get lots of different resources. We also have a care pantry, which provides cleaning and hygiene products for students as well. We are open to any CMU students, and we don't have any eligibility requirements other than you just complete a quick maybe even 3-minute form. And it's also a great place to volunteer. So if you're looking to support your fellow students who are having a more challenging time in college, you can volunteer to do delivery assistance, stock shelves, or assist our patrons who come through the food pantry and making their selections. And then we really wanted to chat about alternative breaks. I wanted to highlight this program because it's something we are so proud of in our office. It's a nationally ranked program. We're actually the 4th largest program in the country for both participants and the number of trips that we send out. So we're really excited about that. And we really emphasize developing students into active citizens through service through this program. And so students get to do a wide variety of service. I think you can see here a quick picture of someone doing some outdoor cleanups, but it ranges from everything from social media work all the way to mentoring children to doing some yard cleanups too for our nonprofit organizations. And you can participate in alternative breaks for week-long experiences in winter, spring, and summer. We're one of the few programs in the country that offer all 3 seasons. And then we also offer weekend opportunities. So if you can't fit a full week into your schedule, you can also do it on a quick weekend, like a Friday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday opportunity. Or if that doesn't work for you, you can also do a Friday afternoon in our local community. And we travel all across the world, really. So we do local Friday breaks in Mount Pleasant. Weekends tend to stay in the state of Michigan, so we can serve our local Michigan community, more important now than ever. And then we also provide opportunities to go all across the country, up to, I think we go from Florida up to Maine, over to Colorado, down to Texas. We're all over the place. And then every so often, about every other year, we try to do an international opportunity. And that's a great option to connect with the Study Abroad office too, because we partner with Study Abroad and we do a faculty-led program that ranges from a week. Usually we try to do 2 to 3 week experiences internationally and do some service while they're traveling abroad too. So I was so excited to get paired with Study Abroad today, talk with you all today. Just want to highlight a few major fall events so that when your students are first back on campus, you can get involved right away with service opportunities. Our 9/11 Day of Service and Remembrance is coming right up first thing, and it's a great opportunity to do some quick service projects just to keep it within the spirit of the day. And then on October 9th, we have our Issue Day Social Justice and Leadership Conference, and that will be a virtual leadership conference. We usually have hundreds of participants, and that's a great opportunity for students to figure out a little bit more about what social issues are happening in our local Mount Pleasant community and really connect with some experiences that might lead you to some interests about what social issues you care about, so you can do some more engaged volunteer work throughout your time in college. And if you're interested in learning anything else about any of our events or our programs, you can find us on Engage Central, which is a great platform to find all of your involvement opportunities on campus as a student. So it's a really exciting space to check out right away when you first get to campus. And that's all I have to share with you all today. I'm excited to answer any questions you all have.
Thank you so much, Erica. Now, you all, that was a lot of information there for you. So, again, feel free to start asking those questions that you may have. I see some questions coming in now. So, our first question is going to be from Cheryl, who asks, are the alternative break opportunities limited in numbers of students that can travel? If so, are they difficult to get a spot in?
I am trying to end this show. Sorry, it won't stop now.
You're fine, no worries. While Erica works on that, Stephanie, we have a question that was for you as well. So let me go grab that question. The question is going to be from Karen Wilson, who asked, how soon should an incoming freshman schedule an appointment with your office, and can the parent accompany the students?
That is a fantastic question. So we always encourage students to start planning early so that they can build it into their academic plan and set aside those courses that they can fulfill abroad. So I would say if a student knows they want to go abroad, definitely encourage them to come in sometime during their first year at CMU, and you can absolutely accompany them. Parents are always welcome to join. They're always welcome to be in on the phone call to chat with an advisor too.
Thank you, Stephanie.
You're
So
welcome.
there you have it, Cheryl. And then our next question is from Cheryl, who asks, are the alternative break opportunities limited in numbers of students that can travel? If so, are they difficult to get a spot in? And Erica, we're going to pass that one to you.
Awesome question. Yeah, so the experiences themselves are limited to 12 students each. We have 2 trained site leaders and then 10 students who sign up based on their interests to go on the breaks, and those are first come, first serve. But right now we do have a large number of breaks because we are such a big program, and so most students would get an opportunity to sign up. And if you don't get a chance like right when they first open, because it can be sort of a quick sign up process for students. You can sign up for the wait list and let us know what kind of issues you're so interested in serving on, and we can usually get you on a break by the time it comes around a couple, like 2 months beforehand. So yeah, we want
Good
to make
to
sure
know.
everybody gets a chance to do it.
Absolutely. There's many opportunities, so there you go. All right, our next question is from Tess Grant, who asks, is there a cost associated with the service projects outside of Michigan?
There is alternative breaks for the week-long experiences, and they range for actually from 7 to 10 days or so. Are $300 each, and that covers all of your travel expenses, your lodging, your meals, your service materials, and 2 trained site leaders, as well as a 24/7 on-call university advisor to help with any sort of issues. And so the travel includes like all of your van costs and your gas costs. So ideally, a student doesn't have to pay anything additional while they're on their experience, unless they want, say, to take home an awesome like knickknack or something cool from that location. But we do also reduce that cost through fundraising opportunities, so students can sell things like cheesecakes or candles to their peers, and faculty and staff are great to try to convince. I buy too many cheesecakes. I love them
I'll
and they're
take
so
one.
good.
I'll take one. Let me know.
So I've got a freezer full of them right now, even.
You can
So they're
send them
coming
my
in
way.
handy. Yeah, they're so good. They're from a local place. They're awesome.
I
And
love
then
that.
we also offer travel grants to students who have a demonstrated financial need. So you can lower your break costs in several different ways. So we try to
Okay.
keep them reasonable.
That sounds great. Thank you so much. Our next question comes in from Leslie Bristow. Sorry if I altered your name a little bit there. What months do the study abroad programs occur in the summer?
Yeah, good question. They occur throughout the summer. So it really depends on the program that a student chooses. I will say most of the faculty-led programs tend to be in May or June, like shortly after the spring semester ends. But we have direct enroll program options that go through August. So a student could have the option of like going for a 3-week program in May and coming back and working, or working the start of the summer and then doing a program like in late July. So it really depends on the program. Students also have the option of being abroad for the entire summer. They could do like a 12-week program where they leave in May and they come back in August.
There you go. I love that. All right. And then Lydia Ducharme asks, will advisors tell students, or does the class list signify that the particular class is available to study abroad?
That's a good question too. So we actually have like a database of pre-approved courses, which is pretty helpful for students. So let's say they're a marketing major, they could go on our website and search for programs that already have uh, courses that are approved as to be marketing courses. But that's not to say that they couldn't get other courses approved. So that's kind of what the process is. Our advisors are really the experts. So if a student came in and they said, how do I know what courses I can take abroad? The advisor will look at their degree progress and search in that database to see what universities are currently offering the equivalent of that course.
I love it. So you get that one-on-one advising time. There you go. All right. And Erica, now I know that we have a large amount of students that volunteer. Can you tell us about the volunteer life at Central when it comes to the students?
Sure. CMU is a really unique place, and we're actually have students volunteer at rates that are far above the national average. So about 70% of our students that come to campus have experiences with either service learning, so volunteering through a course, or volunteer opportunities through our office during their time in school. And so we are really we try to be a caring community at CMU, and I think that really shows through the amounts of hours that students put in volunteering. I know we've logged close to, I want to say something like 60,000 hours of volunteer service last year, the like 2018-19 year. And that totals over $1 million worth of hours to our volunteer organizations. And so it's really an important way to help our communities and provide resources and people power that we can't necessarily offer if we don't have students like CMU folks going to volunteer. So we're really proud of that here at this institution.
Absolutely. Something we should be proud of. I mean, and like you said, CMU truly cares. Like, obviously, from our president, President Davies, all the way to our students, to the faculty, the staff. So I love that. That makes me really excited to hear. We have another question from Craig Robinson, who asks, are students required to arrange their own flights, or do you travel as a group?
That's a good question. And again, with this one, it really depends on the program that a student chooses. In those faculty-led programs, there's typically like a group flight that the professor will encourage everyone to join. So when I went to France for a week, there was a link that was sent out with the flight information where we were encouraged to all join that flight so that we could travel together, get to the airport at the same time, and be there as a group. If a student is doing a direct enroll program or an internship, that will likely be arranged on their own, but our advisors are 100% there to help students book flights and stuff like that. But yeah, when I flew to Ireland for my semester abroad, there was another student from CMU that was there when I was going, but we didn't arrange to have the same flight or anything. I just booked that on my own and tried to find the cheapest flight I could find.
Absolutely. And I can say from experience, Stephanie, when I studied abroad, we actually flew together as a group. So it was nice because we took 3 planes. So to know that I had my cohort with
Mm,
me in the airport, if I needed to nap on the plane, someone would wake me up like, Kayla, let's go. It's time to get up. So great. Thank you for that. All right. And then I believe that those are all of the questions coming in. Perfect. So parents, supporters, family members, if you have more questions, again, feel free to put them in the comment section below. We will get to those questions for you. But we're going to begin wrapping things up a bit. So just a couple of notes. On May 29th and on June 5th, we will be featuring our living and learning communities at CMU for your students. So you definitely want to tune in for that. We'll be talking about housing and what that will look like, the living and learning communities aspect. So again, make sure you join in for that next one coming up. If you were not able to get all your questions answered, feel free to contact any of our offices. We are open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. And we are here to answer those questions for you all. So never hesitate to reach out. All right. Thank you, everyone, again for joining in. We hope to see you next week. And stay safe, take care, and fire up chips. Bye.